What's happening, family? And welcome to season 4 of the podcast In the Black of My Mind. I'm your host, Al Thomas. Do me a favor and go down to the bottom of the page and click subscribe and share and tell everybody. How many bodies? Everybody. Today's guest is an amazing Billboard chart-topping artist with multiple platinum albums who's recorded, performed, and toured internationally. He's a writer, a master vocalist, multiple instrumentalist, producer, arranger, entrepreneur, and an artist. And more important to me, my baby brother, Bernard Jackson.
What's up, bruh? Big brother.
Yeah,
That's right. We're here.
Baby bruh.
We
no
made
doubt.
it.
Hey.
We made it.
No
man.
doubt. No doubt. No doubt. How you feeling, man?
I'm great. I'm great, man. God is good.
All the time.
All the time. God is
God
good.
is good. No doubt. No doubt. Well, I think I shared with you before. I like to start from the beginning, man. So to give folks a background, your background, I should say. I'm really into the backstories and stuff because that really tells a lot about who the individual is and the journey that they've been through and stuff. So, you were born and raised in Stanford, as was I. Were any of your immediate family involved in music? Did anybody sing or play any instruments or anything?
Let's see. Mom's, she did a little singing. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And that's the short version of this thing. She was the one that had some skills.
Okay.
Of course, me and my sister would sing in the house. You know what I mean?
Oh, nice.
She had some pipes too. Bernadette.
Okay.
She had look. Her
Wow.
and Uncle June, me and Uncle June would be killing some Sly and the Family Stones. Hot fun in the summertime, and
Right,
whatever.
right.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
and ultimately, because Bernadette was 9 years older than me, she had the record player, she had the records, and she's the first person that I actually remember sitting there. She's got the 45s on and she's writing down all the lyrics of the songs. She used to do
Nice.
that.
Right.
That's the first time I ever saw that. So
Wow.
she kind of, she was kind of doing her thing there, and I kind of was influenced by that as well.
Oh, definitely. Now, what made you want to start playing music?
That's a good question. The funny thing is, you know me. Folks don't have to know how much you know me, but you're my big brother. And that's a good question. I don't think anybody asked me that all these years.
Really?
Now I'm trying to think. I have to think back myself because, as you mature, you forget stuff. And I forgot a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, you probably remember more stuff than me. But let me think. Probably Moms, because see, Moms is bringing in that jazz. Okay.
Oh yeah.
She's bringing in the Jimmy Smith and the Jimmy McGriff.
Yes.
Ray Charles, and I mean, she was bringing all the jazz stuff, which I still have her album collection.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I'm sure that was a big influence because, when I was little, 5 years old, they would have house parties, folks was getting it in.
Yeah.
And I'd be, I'd end up asking if I could sing for the people. Like
Oh,
at
nice.
5, 6 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I was gigging back then, right in the crib.
Right.
And so yeah, the influences, especially early on, my sister and obviously Moms, and just bringing in good music and stuff. And then, we're watching like Ed Sullivan.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
American Bandstand, I don't know when it started, but we're definitely watching Ed Sullivan. And we would catch all the artists, our favorite artists showing up there. And obviously at a young age, my mother, father, somebody must have realized I had a voice, because I don't even remember when I actually started. But I know that I had gotten a drum set from my godfather and godmother, Tomatoes and Aunt Helen, back in the day. I got a little drum set first. First instruments I had, it was a drum set.
Oh wow, I never knew
I'm
that.
sure I tore it up because I don't remember nothing about that. But I remember getting it, and I know I had to tear that thing up, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
now, did you study with Chuck Dudley?
Yeah. Now, see, you done moved up. I must have been 11 when I got my guitar lady. Now it's in the back. You want me to go get lady? I still have her. My mother and father bought me a guitar. I named her Lady. She's gold, and I still have it. All right. And
Yeah.
so, but
Wow.
yeah, again, I still have Lady. I'm trying to think. I 11. I think I was 11 years old, and I did take lessons with Chuck Dudley. It's funny. I never talk about that much, and that was a great experience too. It taught me the basics.
Right.
Okay,
Exactly. Right.
I never was the kind of. I never wanted to. I wanted to be more influenced musically by my thoughts, by my ears, but naturally, I didn't want to know too much. Um, and maybe it just wasn't that simple for me, but I did learn how to play the guitar pretty good.
Oh, I
Uh,
remember.
you know, good enough, to play a song, you know what I mean? I think I wanted
Please.
to play that shaft thing, and I didn't realize you needed a wah wah pedal and
Oh,
something
right.
else to get that wah wah
Yeah.
wah wah. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
and I remember wanting to know how to do that, but I also remember wanting to know how to play dun 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 dun, the little
Right.
staple singers. I
Yeah.
remember wanting to do that too. Don't ask. These are things I never talk about in interviews. I'm just want you to know. This is special because you start asking questions nobody asks.
Yeah. Well, see,
It's
they
pretty
don't
good.
know, so that's the thing. So, yeah, because I remember, in fact, there was a few of us that was talking about it. Me, Ronnie Thomas, and Willie Sumter. We were talking about we played this thing at Ripplewham in the auditorium, High Life. Uh, Yourself, Cato on bass,
Yes,
Billy
sir.
Hunter
Yes, sir.
on drums,
Yes, sir.
Sally, I don't remember Sally's last name, on
Played,
saxophone,
yeah,
and,
saxophone.
and I'm on clarinet.
I love it. I love it.
We were playing mandrill and stuff,
Yes, sir.
killing it though. We was killing it.
Oh, yeah. No, we were nice. I can still
Yeah.
see it. I can still see. We had the strobe light. Let's not get it twisted.
Exactly.
Come on now.
Right.
Yeah, that's a group of mine. High Life.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So you went from I mean, because all I remember is you playing in these little bands and stuff, man. You played in a bunch of different little bands and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
I was in like 17. Don't ask how I was 17 because my brain always says 17, and I'm trying to think. Well, what are all 17? Because I have
Right.
no idea.
Wow.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I mean, 'cause I remember you're playing in these different bands and stuff, and uh, after High Life, I was trying to do something, and it wasn't the same because the rhythm guitar player we had just wasn't cutting it and stuff. He didn't add up. He didn't measure up to Bernard and stuff.
Oh,
So,
that's funny. I'm not that good, but
yeah,
that's okay. I like
man,
that.
please. Back in the day, you was killing it, man. Don't even
Look.
try it.
I think I still play the same way now that I played then. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
you played on records though, so
But that's true. That is true. I did learn how to, just do your part and
right.
keep it moving,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You played on record, so. And then I finally got back with you in the band Climax and stuff, and you guys were killing it,
Yeah, Climax was
Oh
high.
man, that was a really hot band, man.
I don't wanna well actually before that, I remember, you know, doing some work with our big brother Robert Fisher.
Oh yeah,
Okay. I
oh
call
yeah.
him Fish. Some people
Mhm,
call him Bobby. I think
mhm.
he likes the ladies to call him Robert.
Okay,
Okay. I call him Fish. I'm just saying.
okay.
Hey, this is Marion Meadows, and you're listening to and watching in the Black of My Mind podcast.
What I was going to say before we got interrupted with a phone call that I received and a phone call you received at the
Right.
same time,
Okay.
okay, was that when I was, I guess I might have been 11 as well, when I don't know if we started the group at that point in time, but I was 11 years old. Big brother Fish was 9 years older. There was another brother. We had Joe Boy Taylor. We also had Herman Lingard. I think that's his last name,
Oh
Herman
yeah,
Lingard.
I remember Herman Lingard.
We all used to sing together. And I
Oh
don't
wow.
and also on drums, it's Carl Gray. Now,
Oh yeah.
I'm forgetting the other instruments that were in there. Which
Okay.
forgive me for that.
Well, I
I'm
mean, it
not
was like
I'm not 11 anymore, and some things I forgot.
Mm,
But we were working, And the funny thing that cracks me up is Robert Fisher. I call him Fish. Fish, he recognized that I had skills, I had good ears.
Mm-hmm.
And just picture 11-year-old telling the 16, 17, and 18-year-olds what to sing. Okay.
Wow.
This
Right,
is
right,
your
right.
note. This is what you're gonna sing. And here it goes. You know what I mean? I give
Right,
him
right, right,
and
right.
and I think some folks might have been pissed, but Fish says, look, he know what he's doing, whatever. I find that crazy because I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
you do. Yeah, you
No,
do.
I don't. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
All right,
You know
well,
what?
I know.
There's a fine line between genius and insanity and stuff, and
Yeah,
you
well,
know.
I'm right. I'm definitely on the insanity side. But
No,
yeah,
no.
so I thought that was amazing. That was amazing. And just to look back at that and understand that he saw, you know, that I had those skills and was cool enough to allow the young fella to do what he do. I thought
Mm.
that was a
Oh yeah,
pretty
no
cool
doubt,
thing,
no
you
doubt.
know. So
No.
so
I mean,
so
you
there was
had it
an
young.
influence there.
Yeah. No, you had it. You had this thing, man. And you know what's also interesting is the fact that, man, you and everybody can attest to it. You would
Mm.
walk around singing the time, all the
Yeah,
time.
I
You
heard
know,
about that.
you always had a song in your heart, and you was always singing. You
Yeah,
know, and and to the point that some folks, he think he's all of that because he's it's like he's singing all the time. He think he all of that, you know. And then
yeah,
the flip side of it is when you hit, then everybody,
yeah.
yeah, that's Bernard, that's my cousin, that's my best friend, that's my. I'm looking
Right.
at these folks like, who are you?
Right.
I've never seen
Yeah,
you
that's why.
before in my life.
Yeah, I I forgot. I
Mm,
heard about that. I
mm,
heard
mm,
that I used to sing all the time. I kind of
mm,
forgot. You
mhm,
know what I mean? One thing I did remember when I was living there on Washington Boulevard, it used to be called South Street. Few
mm,
doors down from Holy Name Church, same side of the street.
mhm,
Um, I remember hearing James Brown, and in those days we were on the first floor, and I would sing out the window,
mm,
and the girls, the people thought it sounded good. So, obviously I would keep doing it. At some point, probably, especially when the Jackson 5 came out,
mm, mm.
now I'm looking at somebody that I thought was my age. He's actually a year older, Michael and the rest of the
Right,
brothers,
right.
um, that I could actually sing their songs, and I could sing them just as good as them. There's no question. There's no question.
Mm.
And Mike was definitely like, he wasn't normal. He was grown.
No.
Like he's
Yeah,
in
yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I
yeah, yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Oh, oh,
yeah.
I wish I had recordings of me then.
Right,
Just so
right,
just
right.
so the world could know. Now a lot of folks probably knew.
Mm.
But it would be nice to see something. It's like, I got nothing.
Right.
Um, oh,
Yeah.
but you could snatch him off the stage and throw me on there and you're
Mm.
good.
Yeah, it
You know what
wouldn't
I
miss a
mean?
beat. Mhm.
Not a beat at
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And so that definitely helped me too. Just something to strive for, something to dream on in a sense. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
those are some of the early
Mm.
influences. So
Oh, definitely, definitely. Now, I made mention of I think when before Climax it was Black Essence.
yeah, there was Black Cat. See,
Black
I told you I forget
Essence.
the names of
Yeah,
groups.
yeah.
That there,
Black
that's
Essence.
another one.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh wow. Woo. Man, you got me on that. See, I think not to talk about it, something we talked about a few days ago, whatever. I'm not gonna do it, but in my room
Mhm,
when I think we moved up near Bonjana's in the village and stuff
mhm,
like that when I was 13,
mhm.
and
Oh, yeah, Warshaw place.
on Wall Shore, yeah, Wall Shore
Yeah,
Place.
yeah.
Um, my room, I had every name of the group on the wall. So when I say 17, I
Mhm.
know I'm not throwing it out of nowhere.
Mm.
And I remember seeing Black Essence. I drew that on the wall too. When you said
Okay.
it, I'm like,
Right.
wow, how did I forget that?
Mm.
So yeah, all the names of the groups were on the wall in black light, paint. So
Oh, right, that's right, that's
had
right.
stars on the ceiling, and so
Yeah,
you put
yeah.
the light on and at night, and you're like, whoa, you know.
And I remember your early recordings with the multiple cassette decks and stuff.
That's
I was like,
right.
yo,
That's right.
this brother's ahead of his time, man.
Yeah. Put one on the desk, put the microphone on there, play the guitar, sing, hit record, guitar and sing. It picks it up. Then take that, put in the other cassette, and push play. The microphone's there, so it's gonna pick that up. Put record on the other, that record cassette, and then play the bass
Oh,
and
okay,
sing.
okay.
Which I wasn't that good at doing it, but I got my point across.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's
You
crazy.
still have those recordings?
I don't know. It's been a long time. I
Right.
probably have them in storage.
Wow.
But there was so many cassettes.
Oh yeah.
And whatever I do have is in storage, and it's a lot.
Got you.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Because I remember back then, I was like, "Wow, man, I'm listening to this. He made a record, man."
Hey, that's right. It sounded pretty good.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was really good. Now, after Climax, well, what did you do? I left and went in the military, so.
That's funny you should ask. That was in 76. Okay, so 77. I graduated in 77. I remember playing with Tommy Mullins.
Oh yeah.
Larry Johnson.
Wow.
Yeah, no, Bobby Lane, Eric Lane, the Lanes, wait a minute, Bobby Davis.
Oh yeah, Bobby Davis.
I think the name of that group was Johnny. No, it was Johnny. I don't think Johnny was in there, but Larry Johnson was in there, and it was called IMVU. I remember that too. Now,
okay, wow,
but
okay,
yeah, I think I might have been like 15 on that one. So I'm doing things. I forgot. And I can't remember everybody in the group. We were gigging, I definitely did that. I don't know if it was 77, 78, 70, I can't remember. And I'm trying to think, I remember in 79, I remember you and Baldy coming over to the crib, and I had moved back home. And I had my bedroom was already gone, and so I moved into the living room, and I was setting up shop in there. I remember you guys coming over. I have a picture of you guys when you came to the crib, and I was working on stuff then. I know I was writing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I was in a group at that point in time, but I was getting tracks from somewhere other than myself. I remember writing to somebody's music. And there was another time that we put together the Magic Potion. And that was like 79 too.
Right.
Where we ended up, all the guys, we moved together, Walter Benjamin, Peter Fisher, my brother Pete. Oh my goodness.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We had Dexter Clark singing. Even my cousin well, see, he might not like it when I say but his name is Julius Clinton. He was in the group too. Wow. Who was playing drums? Who was playing drums, man? Who was playing drums? Because look, somewhere in there, Morris Griffin's in the house somewhere in there. I know that was the Climax as well. And of course,
a brother from Port Chester that used to play.
I don't know if Mike, if it was his name, Mike. I think so. I think his name's Mike. I got to remember the last name. Bad boy too. But I don't want to leave out. I don't want to leave out Carl Hall. I don't want to leave out Jackie Davis. You know what I mean?
Right.
Bass players, bad bass players.
Oh yeah. Mike
so,
Bradshaw.
There's drums right there. Michael Bradshaw, bad boy. So yeah. I mean, I remember we were setting up shop there and working on some things. As a matter of fact, I might have to rewind the tape just a little bit, but on that Magic Potion, I remember being 18 and we went into the studio and we recorded a record. 5 songs on that bad boy. You know, where I'm singing the lead on one song, Fisher singing the lead on one song, Walter singing the lead on one song. I think there might have been some collaborations. I can't remember every song. And that was pretty cool. That was folks are still playing that song. As a matter of fact, I was in Japan doing a surface show, and a Japanese brother comes up to me with a magic potion 12-inch.
No.
This you? I'm like, oh shoot. Yeah, that's me.
Dang, somebody's making
Wow.
money off.
Yeah. Look.
Dang.
I think that maybe Carl, our manager, Carl Vanderpool, and the it was Cavco Records is his, that was his baby. I believe that he may have did a some type of what do you call it? You know, where he sold some of the product to distributors or whatever.
Okay.
And I believe that's how they received that, because it was official, was the original product, not like a
wow.
makeup. Oh no, it was
Right.
original.
Yeah.
Well, they ordered that stuff some kind of way.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty mind blowing. You know what I mean? When you think about it, I was 18. I'm 27 now. Yeah,
Exactly.
I hit 27, then I says, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, right. That's it.
My mother stopped for years at 29. I copied her.
Okay.
I'm just saying. So
all right. So I'm in between.
that's
And
my
I'm 28.
that's my final answer.
Right. Exactly. So you continued on in the business and stuff, and hooked up with your was it your cousin Jimmy Dockett?
Yeah, man. Jimmy Dockett, Barbara Stroman.
Oh yeah, Barbara
Stroman Dockett, Barbara Dockett. You know, yeah, from Stanford. My cousin Jimmy Dockett was out of New York, and I had heard about him through our family in DC. And they were telling me, "Is my light doing a flashing thing? Is it flashing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Is that just me?"
No, it's kind of yeah.
That strobe light things happen.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Hey man,
That's all right.
just brought me back.
Yeah, man. And so this is like 1980. So we're doing pretty good with the with the little timeline thing.
Okay.
I heard that he had an independent label, and some folks told him that he had a cousin that could sing. So he invited me down to the studio. He gonna find out. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he was a cool dude, man, a very cool dude. Rest in peace as well with Jimmy Dockett. He taught me a lot about the business. And I went into the studio and I ended up singing some background on the album that he had coming out. So that was fun for me. So 1980, we were doing some work. We even did a rendition of Carla Thomas's song "Gee Whiz" with featuring Barbara Stroman. She's singing lead on there, but I'm playing bass, bro. I'm playing bass.
Yeah,
so when you hear that track, I'm playing by memory, because I couldn't really read. You know what I mean? I mean, I can write notes down and I can see that, but I'm like, this is one take. I had to know what I was doing. So when you go up in there with the guys that really know what they're doing, I ain't gonna be the problem, because I done practiced, okay?
Right.
And I'm ready to go. So ready to go. I'm just saying. Yeah. And so I'm playing bass and I start the thing off, man. I start the whole thing off, man, which is crazy, and we did a few songs. And that was a great experience. Me spending time here with the Interlude was the name of the group.
Oh,
Don't get it twisted. Okay, it's Interlude. Me, Barbara. Folks may see some pictures, of me, Jimmy, and Barbara, kind of doing the pictures like all the guys used to do. And, you got your hand out like, So it's cool, man. It was cool. And that was also a great experience. I don't know if I'm missing anything from 5 years old to then, but
oh man, please.
Well, I was singing in school prior to graduating in 77. I had a little solo once in a while. And I'm just remembering back, not to rewind the tape, but
Oh no, it's
let's
all
not
good.
let's not get it twisted. Me and you were singing in the choir.
Oh, that's
All
right.
right. So
That's
when I
right.
did get to
That's right.
Ripplewam in ninth grade, my voice went from soprano to bass in 1 year. So this is where I had some growing pains, because when you're used to hitting these notes and you're used to I was hitting Minnie Riperton note.
Oh yeah. Oh
When I
yeah,
was
yeah.
with IMVU, which was Tommy Mullins, Bobby Davis, Larry Johnson Band. I can't remember who was playing drums. Whether it was Rodell? I can't remember. That pissed
Alfonso.
me off. Alfonso. It might have been Alfonso. I can't remember. That maybe they could let us know and remind me, because
Right, right.
it's terrible. But I was hitting Minnie Riperton notes while I was in that. But my voice was changing there too. But I can only hit Minnie Riperton notes. I couldn't sing regular,
Oh wow.
or just basic tones. Nothing. I got laughed at. I remember I think I was 13. I got laughed at. I remember getting laughed at because the notes wouldn't come out. I was like, oh, that's messed up.
Dang.
It was funny. It was funny. And that's what I guess kids go through, males go through. Maybe it's
Oh
called
yeah.
puberty. I don't know what it's,
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a struggle. That was a struggle. And again, being in high school, I was singing bass in the choir.
Right.
In the
Under
ninth
the
grade.
direction of Mr. James Owens.
My man,
Rest in
wow.
peace.
And
Yeah.
let's not get it twisted. See, I'm moving too fast, but when I did become successful on the road, I called Mr. Owens several times. Okay, and spoke to him on the phone.
Right.
Whatever I was going through, or whatever, just to in case I forget, because I am 27, and you could
Exactly.
start to get.
And just for folks that don't know, we went to Ripwam High School, and James Owens was the director of the choirs there. And Mr. Owens was he worked on Broadway. Used to share stories with us, traveling all around the world, and in Europe and Africa, and being stranded in Africa. And he's the band leader and all that kind of stuff. And he was awesome. I really wish that I had gleaned more from him, because he was there for us. I know you did, but I wish I had.
I could have did more. But you know what? Another thing, and I don't know where it is. If I can get my hands on it, it may be in storage. One of the songs that I wrote on the Potion, I was 16 when I wrote the song called "Now That I'm Grown." Mr. Owens wrote the lead sheet for me.
Oh, really?
I've got it somewhere. He wrote the lead sheet for me. So this is somewhere, which is priceless. Yeah, man. He says, Bernard, you can't do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I'm going from a low note to a real high note. It's like, you can't do that. But I did it. So he didn't mean that I couldn't do it, but it's definitely not normal.
Right.
And in a way, he's like, I'm not even know if that's normal. Okay, you know what I mean? But it's art, you know what I mean?
Right.
And even though he had felt the way he felt about it, he wrote it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I didn't look. I'm right. Just like one of my first songs, whatever, and it's not done. It's not great, but that's how I felt. It was from the heart. It was real, and he wrote that lead sheet. Look, you were making me remember stuff that I forget. You know what I mean? And that's pretty cool, because I don't like that I forget a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Just in general, it's like,
Man, if I don't write it down, it's a wrap.
Right. And it is impossible for me to write down what happened 30, 40 years ago.
Oh, I know.
See what I'm saying? So
I know.
so where that is, but certain things stand out, like you and me at the park, you know what I'm saying?
I was going to make mention of that.
Certain things stand out that you don't forget.
I was going to make mention of that, because I remember you and I sitting out there at Rosa Hartman Park.
That's right.
And we were dreaming.
That's right.
we had our stimulations, if you will, our
Absolutely.
libations,
Yeah,
and we
absolutely.
were just dreaming about what we were going to do, and and you made it happen. You
Yeah,
made it happen,
man.
man.
And again, and when you went into the service,
Mhm.
I know that I had to write you at least one letter, right?
Oh yeah,
At least,
two of them. Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah,
I'm surprised, but I did. So that's good that I did that. And I remember drawing a picture of you and me
yep.
at the park. You know
Right
what I'm
on.
saying?
Right, right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed. I still have it too.
I love that.
I still
See,
have it.
it was important. You know what I mean? That hopefully brought you close to home and brought me
Oh,
closer
truly,
to you,
truly.
because that was amazing that you were off, in the world, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
And I'm still, I'm here trying to figure it out. Because look, there's no direct path to success in the music industry.
Exactly.
It's not like sports where if you're great in school, and I mean maybe it is on certain levels, but we don't see that a lot.
Mm.
Say you're great in school, and then you can go to college here, and then there's a path there, and then there's a path from there right to, and like I said, maybe there is, but we didn't know about it. I didn't know about it, and nobody told me about
Right,
it. So
right, right, right,
I'm
right.
just I'm just trial and error, man. And I think that when I was working with Jimmy Dockett, it taught me a lot of things. Who's the producer and direct, the writers and publishing, and he would explain a lot of that stuff that was going over my head. But I
Uh-huh.
still listen. Um, um, uh, it kind of gave me confidence. And somewhere along the line, now obviously some of this stuff happened before because I could see my brain going backwards and forwards. I remember the day because a lot of times, a lot of our elders and people that write music and stuff, they're music people that would say, if you don't learn how to play the piano, you're not going to make it in the music business. If you don't
Right,
learn how to
right,
read, you're not going to make it.
right.
I'm like saying to myself, them folks in Africa, man, that was banging on them drums, I don't think they was reading nothing.
No.
I think, I mean, this is
Not
a
at all.
logic,
Right,
and they
right, right,
singing
right.
some stuff. I don't think they read nothing. So I kind of pushed against that.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Cece Peniston, and finally, you're watching in the Black of My Mind podcast with Al Thomas.
The lyric was, "What's your voice?" Because I was singing a little bit of everybody: Michael
Right,
Jackson,
right,
James
right.
Brown, Stevie Wonder, the Chaka Khan, whatever. But what's your voice? And I'm like, uh oh,
Mm,
that's a good question.
mm.
That's a real good question.
Right.
I don't know my voice. Uh-oh. Okay. So now this is a challenge now. You can't get there until you know who you are. In my mind, I'm like,
Mm,
shoot. So what helped me find my voice is from writing, singing, and recording.
mm.
Uh-oh. The first time even if I can't, I probably won't even look at this video. Just because I hate the way I sound. My voice,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear myself talk. Stop
Yeah.
talking. Stop. Right? So um when you're under the cans, the headphones, and you hear yourself back singing,
Hmm.
see, my regular talking like this, I don't want to hear it, but I know how to talk on a record. Hey, how you
Right,
doing?
right, right.
How you doing? How you doing? Sounds better to
Right.
me. So anyway, when I heard my voice, especially singing original stuff. So when you're writing original stuff, this is like a class too, I guess. When you're writing original stuff, yeah, I can be influenced by a melody and a lyric that reminds me of something because we're all influenced by something out here.
Right.
Um, but now I'm doing it my way. I'm not trying to hit Marvin Gaye's note. I'm not trying to hit Luther's note, Michael's note, Stevie's note. I'm hitting my note and I'm writing it
Right.
for me. So I don't
Right.
have to hit that high note like Michael.
Right.
I can hit
Like
high as
Philip.
I can like me. And
Yeah,
Philip
yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And so all of a sudden you get into a little bag. Now see, I didn't put a time on this because I know when that happened, that part happened. But I think one of my, not to change the subject, but one of my lessons were also, as I was singing in different groups, this and that and the other, man, I just remembered Ebony and Ivory. Lord
Oh
have
yeah,
mercy.
yeah.
Rest in peace,
Al DeMarco.
Al DeMarco.
Mm. Mm.
Okay, Butch and Wendy, Butch Taylor, Wendy Taylor. Um, um, I remember gigging Joe Delia. I
Oh
mean,
wow. Mm.
rest in peace, Joe
Right.
Delia, man. I remember gigging, and it was actually at a Joe Delia. I think it was at a Joe Delia, one of those gigs where I'm singing, but I know I'm him now. I
Right.
know.
Okay.
I know it's just a matter of time.
Mm.
I know it's just a matter of time because I know, yeah, I've arrived.
Mm-hmm.
And so while I'm performing for the people, sipping on drinks and whatever, just, enjoying themselves, I know that they're going to feel what I'm doing because I've arrived.
Mm.
Okay.
Right. Right. Right.
It's not about, and what happened at one point, people would be like, why are you here?
Mm.
That's
Mm.
a good question.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew at a point, I knew, and I kind of changed the subject, which seems like I do a lot here, but, and I'll bring back going in the headphones or whatever on the proper timeline. But you do things when you're writing your own stuff and you're listening to yourself back in the headphones. All of a sudden, you're doing things that are you.
Mm.
And
Mm.
not now, all of a sudden, because you're writing original stuff, now you know your voice. But I didn't want to go too far past because Jimmy Docker was 1980. I think that I spent a couple of years with my cousin Jimmy Dockett, and
Mm-hmm.
then it was basically time to move on. Uh, I learned what I needed to learn.
Right.
I was growing, and it was time to go in a different direction. Still not really knowing how, what, whatever, but something happened uh, after 82 when I went back home. Um, Somehow I did a gig with someone. Who did I do the gig with? Was it Joe Delia? I can't remember. I did a gig in New Haven.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, did a gig in New Haven. I can't remember who went. And there was a gentleman called Lance James from
Mm.
Hartford
Mm-hmm.
that was there. And he says, basically, I guess he asked if I had a manager or something like that, because I cannot remember. I never remember verbatim. I'm
Mm-hmm.
terrible with that. I remember bottom lines. That's who
Right.
I am. And so, long story short, this is 82. He's like, I'd like to be your manager. You can come and move in with me and my wife and daughter in
Mm.
Hartford.
Wow. Yeah.
Huh?
Right.
You
Right.
know, we ended up going into the studio and recording a reggae version of Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. She
Oh.
was more like beauty queen from the movie scene. There go, but do you mean I am the one? You dance on the floor and around. It was nice. It
Yeah.
was nice.
Yeah.
It was originally recorded. It wasn't bad, and my voice was. Let me think now. Let me get my mind right. Okay, I said around 83. The funny thing is that somewhere, I believe before that night that I met Lance James in New Haven,
Mm.
same year, 83, I had to rewind just a tad. I was promoting the show in Stanford at the Yearwood Community Center.
Sherwood. Yeah.
Yeah. And so a few things happened at the same time. Uh, I'm on foot promoting the show, handing out flyers, kissing babies, shaking hands, like like a mayor or whatever. People call me the mayor. I don't know why they did that. I guess that's what mayors do.
Oh yeah.
And so, you know, I was performing there. Robert Fisher was performing there. I think Anthony Scott might have been dancing. He's a great dancer. I think Ruth Dawes was singing. I had Danny Pickering, Howard Cloud on the musicians. What's the keyboard? My man. Oh my gosh. What's his name?
Janice Dempsey was singing backgrounds.
Wow, I forgot about that. That's insane. How do I forget that?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's amazing.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Man, Michael, I think his name is Michael. Oh my gosh. I'll try to remember. This is terrible. He rest in peace to Tommy. No, Tommy something. Tommy Harris. I think it's Tommy Harris. I think. It's terrible, man. Terrible. Mine's a terrible thing to waste. But it was a great show. While I was promoting that show, I stopped at Joy's on the west side, right down the street, you know. And my godfather owned a restaurant, small restaurant there. Again, Aunt Helen and my godfather brought me them drums back when I was 5. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, her Aunt Helen. This is funny. He remarried because his previous wife was named Helen too. So don't ask. Right. He remarried a woman named Helen. Aunt Helen just so happened to be Ed Townsend's sister.
Oh,
Ed Townsend was probably, I think I heard he was the first black man on Ed Sullivan Show singing "For Your Love, Oh, I Would Do Anything." Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, right. I just had to give you that information. I didn't know that. Wow. All right, let's move that. Let's move that to the back. There was a song that they had in the jukebox. And he said, yo, man, he let me know his nephew was in town. He's a musician, and this is his song. And it was a song called Who's Sticking It by Sunrise. Everyone go out, Google it or YouTube, whatever, and type in Sunrise, Who's Sticking It. And listen to that funky track. Listen to that funky guitar, because Townsend was no joke. Lord have mercy. I heard that thing, and I'm like, oh, shoot, dag. Oh, I got to meet him. Where's he at? You know what I mean? Townsend was working at the information desk in the mall while he was off tour because he played guitar for the Isley Brothers. I'm like, what? There's a star in my town. I got to meet this dude. Right. Man. And once we met, once we hooked up, he heard about the show. He said, let me go see what this cat's doing. I'm going to be and check him out, you know. He rolled up into the show, and he said he thought the Temptations was performing because the place was jam-packed.
It was.
And we were getting it in.
Yeah.
That was our introduction to each other in a way, of him to me. He heard that I can write songs. I may have played a couple of things for him. He started playing some stuff that he had, and you know, we hit it off. Now, somewhere along the line, around that same time, is when I had a gig. And I went to New Haven and I met Lance. Went out, I did the reggae version of Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. Meanwhile, Townsend and his friend and his boy, David Pitt Conley, which they were in a group together called Port Authority back in the day. Okay. They have been working together and doing some songs together. They ended up writing a song and producing a song with the female Karen Copeland singing it, called Falling in Love. A nice, funky, beautiful vibe, man. Oh my gosh. Y'all can put that on YouTube too. The original Surface was David Pitt Conley and Karen Copeland. May she rest in peace as well. All right. And when I heard that, I'm like, oh shoot, that matter of fact, I think someone did a remix, someone remixed it, or Shep Pettibone, like a serious producer in New York. I think it was him, the track, I mean, they killed it. And so it was like a New York hit. But I mean, you hear it right now, you know, it's one of them things. They ended up doing another song called Your Ex Wants You Back. And that was beautiful too. I really loved that too. But like I said, she passed away. Um, and at some point, because I had moved to Hartford, I was working at Cigna too, okay, because he had
Okay.
hooked me up with a little job. Um, but while I was in Hartford, Townsend and I got together, and we were getting ready to start our own group called Top Cats. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so we're doing a little bit of writing. He decided actually that he wanted to bring me down to Jersey and meet Pick, David Conley. We call him Pick. And see, maybe we could collaborate and do some stuff. So they had a lot of music, a lot of tracks, but no finished stuff. Well, guess what? I finish stuff all the time. This is what I do.
Right.
Their stuff was different than my stuff, so it was inspirational. Because sometimes you could kind of get stagnant with your own stuff because
Oh, definitely.
you're not bouncing off anybody else. You're not feeding off anything else, and you're not inspired. And again, just getting some other energy can give you a different perspective. Man, I heard some stuff, and I'm like, let me have that. And then I
Yeah.
start writing. So ultimately, I went from Hartford. Now I was working a 9 to 5. On the weekend after the 9 to 5, I'm jumping on I'm jumping on a train. Then I'm going to Penn Station, and I'm getting a bus. I feel like I'm missing a step because I believe I had to be on like 2 trains. But
Right.
anyway, 2 trains or at least 2 buses. But I ended up in West Orange,
Okay.
one way or another. It may take 8 hours to get there, but I'm there. And we work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm back on a bus to a train and get back to work for Monday morning. And we did that for like 3 weeks in a row. But in one of those weeks, Happy was created. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Townsend was grooving. He was just grooving the track. He's like, only you can make me happy. Yeah, that's what he had. The music, he had piano, whatever, and just the hook. I'm like, I'm feeling collard greens and chitlins, even though I don't eat that. I like potato salad and let's see what else. Cornbread. I'm feeling all that in this track.
Some
And
spare
then
ribs.
all that. Okay. So I start writing. And I write. And I write. The funny thing is now what I can't remember, as I'm remembering what I can't remember right now. I'm in the room. We would call it the lab. So I'm in the lab, and Townsend and Pick, they're not in the room. They're not in the room. I'm in here just I don't know if I had finished writing the song or if I partially wrote it. I cannot remember that. The reason why I can't remember that is because as I'm singing the song, first verse, hook, second verse. Obviously, I had to finish the song, but I couldn't have written this part because it happened live. Just like you and I had a problem when we're trying to do this podcast of yours. The phone rang. It's in the room and it's on the track.
Oh, wow.
So I'd have to find the original for you to really appreciate it. So I act like I pick up the phone. That's why that was there. That wasn't
Got it.
something we just
Wow.
created. No, I did that live. How you doing,
Wow.
baby?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about
Think
you. I'm
about
glad
you.
you
Yeah.
called. Well, you coming right over? I'm ad-libbing.
Beautiful,
All
baby.
that's ad-lib.
Yeah.
All of it.
Nice.
All of it's ad-lib. All the way to the end. I didn't
Wow.
the part you're all I need. All I need in my life. I don't need no one. No, was not written. That's all ad-lib.
Okay.
And there's another level that only a few people know. Now there's a gentleman named Dave Winter. He's a He was like our Frankie Crocker, you know. In Hartford, he was at the station there at the college, I believe, and I think he's in Detroit. He's still doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Winter, hi, I'm Dave Winter, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, he lived in my building in Hartford,
Oh wow.
and he heard that version of Happy, and he'll tell you right now, because I go off. Folks haven't heard that part.
Mm.
Oh, there's another level. I go off at the end. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. I got to do some voice training, man. I got to get my voice back to 100%.
Mm.
Because I got to do that just for me. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I
no
mean?
doubt, no doubt.
Just for me, even if I'm the only one that hears it. You know what I mean? But
Man,
yeah, man.
please.
So that was all ad lib, man. And
Nice.
after that, I mean, it wasn't but a few weeks after that, David Pitt Conley, I'll call him the runner, okay? Because he quit on his feet. Now,
Mhm.
while I was still working in Hartford, running a machine that had Medicare checks going through, so I'm seeing a whole lot of money every day. You know, running this machine.
Right.
Eventually, I got a better gig there. You know, I went from stuffing envelopes to to uh, running a machine that's sending people their Medicare checks.
Okay.
Lots of money. A lot of money is going through these fingers. Okay, so so David Conley, we'll call him Runner. I moved this thing. While I was in Hartford and while we call it woodshed in the studio, and we're writing songs, stuff like that.
Mhm.
He's going around to different publishing companies and letting them hear the music. Uh, and somewhere in there, EMI Music Publishing heard something that they liked.
Okay.
Okay. And we ended up doing or having an opportunity. We were presented with a writer's deal where we could write songs for a living
Mm.
and get paid every week. I quit my job. Now, I'm only making 5 cents, but it only cost 5 cents to live where I was living,
Okay.
and I can eat too, right?
Right.
So, I I remember David Conner. He called me. He called me and said, "B, we got the deal." I jumped to the ceiling because I could work on music 24/7 now.
Right. Right.
It ain't about the money.
Hi, this is Greg Thomas of Parliament Funkadelic, and you're listening to In the Black of My Mind podcast. Check us out. Woof.
So, yeah, so what I didn't say before we were rudely interrupted again with the phone call is that while I was working on these machines, well, actually, I came up with an idea for a song for Sister Sledge.
Mm.
The song's called "You're Fine." Now, what I can't remember, see, Dave Piccoli could probably remember certain stuff that I don't remember. He's pretty good with that.
Mhm.
But what I do remember is that's the first song that we signed with EMI Music Publishing
Oh,
Company.
okay. Okay.
It was the song called "You're Fine." And I'm thinking this might be it, because guess who's producing it? Nile Rodgers. I'm like, you know, he's doing
Wow.
Madonna,
Yeah.
Chic,
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Everybody.
I'm
Yeah.
like, this could be it. I could get rich. You know what I mean? This could be it. And so I think with that, which actually that happened before we got the writer's deal, just so that hopefully I don't make people cuckoo with how I'm remembering stuff. And I don't know how many months later, or if it's weeks or whatever. But again, I'm still on the machine working these machines, and there's boxes of envelopes and stuff that you got to take out and load and whatever. I'm
Mhm.
writing a song called "Let's Be Friends" for New Edition on this box at the job.
Mm.
That's when New Edition took our song and did our song. That's when we were offered the publishing deal, the writer's deal, and now I was able to quit my job after that. So it
Gotcha.
was after Let's Be Friends. Um, you know, and so, we're on our way. How about that? You know what I mean? It's a good feeling. Three brothers, focused. Before, I don't want to say that yet. We're working on a lot of music. We're doing a lot of music. We're just look, we're just really having fun. Okay. I'm just really having fun. And I was doing a lot of stuff to their music. I hadn't even pulled out Lady yet. You know
Oh
what I
wow.
mean? To
Right,
start
right,
doing
right.
my own, the stuff that I felt like doing. I'm enjoying the collaboration. And so that was going so well, I decided to move to Jersey, where we would all live together and put in that work. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what we did. I don't know if that was, um, I can't remember what year that was, whether it's 85, maybe. That's a good number. That looks good. Oh, the reason why I say that now that I'm remembering, I did two things, man. I went and moved to Jersey. We put in that work, uh, and something happened where we're doing well. I think, okay, what happened was at some point we felt like it was time that we need to go and try to get a record deal. Again, Townsend's dad is Ed Townsend. He knows
Right.
everybody in Hollywood and California, you know. And for those that don't know Ed Townsend from the song For Your Love, he also wrote Let's Get It On with Marvin Gaye. All right. Just to kind of come full circle because you hear the song all the time. And so we decided, we had like 9 albums worth of songs. We decided we're going to go to California and we're going to go get a deal, and we're not coming home until we get one.
I was just getting ready to say, because that was the lyrics you said to me before you left to go to Cali. You said, yo, man, we're going to Cali and I'm not coming back until we got a deal.
There it is. There it is. We went to Cali. One of EMI Music Publishing is also there in New York, they're in California. I'm sure they're in London and stuff too. So we ended up hooking up with some of the folks over at EMI Music Publishing Company. Leonard Richardson is a gentleman that was working there, and he would listen to our songs, stuff. Good brother, you know. And they also had some facilities in there where we could record on 1-inch tape stuff. Well, one of the first songs that we wrote, I think Townsend might have had the first part of the song on the keys, whatever, something. We were fooling around. We were living with good friends of ours, good friends of theirs. Drummer Skip Thornton was a drummer that when David Townsend and Pitt Conley were in a group called Port Authority, they had all gone to California back when Marvin was alive, and they were able to get that experience with Ed Townsend and that whole scene. But back, in '75 or something, I don't remember the dates. It wasn't my group, but this is part of the story. We ended up staying with Skip and his wife at the time, Sharon Thornton, and we stayed there in a room in their house while we're trying to get a record deal. So that's why I had to kind of pull all that together. And, we knocked on some doors. We was trying to get to Joe Jackson, and of course, Ed hooked us up with management out there. But one of the first songs we wrote, and I expect for the Real Surface fans to, if they don't have the record, the album, the first album, there's a song on there called Let's Try Again. That was the first song I wrote in California, Townsend myself. And I was hungry. We did a demo. If you go back to listen to the first album and you check out Let's Try Again, I never did I never did it over. You're hearing the demo.
Wow.
I never did it over. That's how powerful it was and how
Okay.
powerful it is. Oh, you hear it. I was 27, same age I am now. I was 27. I think I was 27, 26, 27. And oh, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. There's no sampling and all that stuff. I'm singing. And the way I used to record back then is I'd sing the lead first, the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
everything. I said everything.
Yeah.
The whole throughout to the end of the song. While I'm singing it, in my brain, I'm acting like I'm hearing background vocals.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm acting like I'm feeling all that stuff, which I'm not feeling. It's all in my head.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wow.
Then I go back one voice at a time and sing a harmony note throughout the song. And then I harmonize with that guy throughout the song. Then I do another one. I don't think I did ad libs. That was all done first, which is insane. You know what I mean? But you need to listen to that because that's the song that got us the record deal. When Columbia Records, which Leonard Richardson brought the song to Columbia Records, when they heard that, they want to sign us immediately.
Oh, wow.
That was after 2 months of us being in California.
Right.
And the rest is history regarding Surface. You know, that's how we were born. You know,
Wow.
in that connection from EMI to Sony or Columbia. You know, magic. It's magical. That's why I still think I'm 27 because, you know, I think in the entertainment field, music, entertainment, even athletics, you know, you're in a different world in a sense. You know what I mean? It's just it's a playground. It's yeah. On the positive side of it, I just think of it like Disney. And when I say Disney, just the wonder of it all, you know,
Right.
everything positive about what that's about. And that's what happens when you put those headphones on and you're listening to something that inspires you and you go into another world.
Right.
And at the end of the day, all I'm ever trying to do is find another way to say I love you. That's it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow. That's deep. Family, I hope you're enjoying this podcast as much as I did doing it. There was so much information we had to make 2 episodes. So stay tuned for part 2. And remember, tell everybody's. How many bodies? Everybody.